When I look back at the person I used to be, the changes I'm most proud of, first and foremost, the fact that I'm a good husband and father now. And that may be, different than what you would expect in an interview like this, but the fact that I have learned to put my family first means everything to me. I had gotten in a lot of trouble when I was a kid in high school. I spent my time partying, doing drugs, and just kind of making bad decisions. I didn't like my life. And it's not that my life was inherently bad, but I had a fairly abusive father when I was younger. I was around a lot of drugs when I was in elementary and middle school, and then I just started doing them myself. I would go to school, I would get off. I somehow still managed to have a job or two, but I would just focus on how to get high. There would be times I didn't sleep for a week at a time. I would, not eat. I would just focus on what can I do to get high, where can I get it? And that would involve everything from, going to drug dealers or going out and robbing people. Because I got arrested shortly after I graduated high school. The night I got arrested, we stole a car. We had guns with us, and we were on our way to go rob people. While I was in jail, my life changed significantly. So I was there for 7.5 months before I got sentenced. So the entire time I was being told that I was going to get 20 years. It's very surreal to look at the outside world knowing there's nothing you can do to get there. But I can still see myself looking through the glass, looking at the grass surrounded by barbed wire fence, knowing I couldn't even touch the grass. It changes the way you look at life. It makes you appreciate little things. And I realized that if I ever got the chance to do better, I would do whatever it took to not come back there. I just started focusing on more positive things. And then when I got out, I was able to transfer that. My life didn't get infinitely better. As soon as I got out, I had created quite a mess for myself. I started working immediately, and I applied for college within the first semester. I knew that if I was going to do something, I wanted to go get an education. The college made a huge difference in my life. They didn't view me as a felon, even though I was. They viewed me as someone who was trying to better their lives through further education, and the foundation was willing to help. Walking onto campus after everything I've been through was refreshing. It felt like I was starting something new. Knowing that what I was going to learn here was going to open doors for me and allow me to become better as a person, it made it feel real. It made it seem like a better future was actually possible. Thomas and I run a very successful business now, and I wouldn't know how to do that if it wasn't for the experience I had at Lake-Sumter. Viewing it as something real as opposed to just going door to door selling pressure washing changed the way I looked at the opportunity from going out here making money for someone else to I'm going out here to build my future. So I met my wife at Lake-Sumter. She changed everything about my life. That was one of the other turning moments in my life. I mentioned sitting in a jail cell as a turning point in my life, but being with her, it made me realize, when you find the most important thing in your life, whatever it takes, you make it work. If I could speak directly to the donors, I would say don't stop. Don't stress yourself financially, but never stop giving, because it makes a difference. I'm sure in the eyes of most people, I'm a success story. I don't really view myself that way, but my story is only possible because people like you care enough to give back to a foundation who wants to help students succeed. And I'm not the only one. The people like you who help us make it allow us to help other people make it.